On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're going to talk about the Mandela Effect. Let's go. Welcome to BJ in the Morning. I'm Juan.
I'm Brendan.
And I don't even know what episode this is, but we are in a different location.
Yeah, just non-disclosed location.
I just felt like we should point that out.
Yeah, imagine if we didn't.
I know, we just didn't point it out the whole time.
They might not have known.
Let's go back.
Okay.
And then we won't do it.
Okay. Like for real?
No, that's okay.
You want me to stop recording?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Brendan?
Juan?
Where are we?
In America?
Where exactly?
Arizona?
Where exactly?
Tucson?
Where exactly?
You want me to give my address out on the
word
internet?
for word, and then don't forget to add your social.
My social is
to the
7.
End of that. 7. Oh, you must be really old.
7.
Like one of the first social security numbers ever.
Just 7.
How you been?
Oh, chilling, man. You know.
Yeah.
It's been a eventful couple days already.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about where you were at last night?
Yeah, I went to a concert. Saw Hot Mulligan.
Nice.
And Cliff Diver.
Nice.
It was a good show. Had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hung out with some friends I haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And listened to some sad music.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time to me.
It would have been a good time for you if you bought tickets when I told you to.
I know. I just didn't know if I was going to be here.
No, I know. I get it.
Or
I just got to give you a hard time.
What was going on?
And plus, like, our number one fan was there, and she was upset that you weren't there.
Did you tell her I was sorry?
No.
You didn't tell her I was sorry?
You can tell her now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't go to the concert.
Mm-hmm. But I'm extremely tired today.
Yeah.
Because it was staying out late.
Just a long night.
We're too old. I'm too old for that, but I'm also not. Like, I got to stop saying I'm too old for it. I'm too old for the day after.
Right.
Concerts or going out to bars.
Yeah.
Not the day of, the day after.
You just got to take the day off.
I did.
Nice.
I did nothing today.
I
did chores.
That sounds...
It was relaxing.
Good
honestly.
to me.
Yeah. What about you? How you been?
I've been doing good.
Yeah, it's an important weekend for you.
Yeah. Well, at the time of this episode, it's like a whole month after my birthday.
Yeah, right.
But it is my birthday weekend.
I'm not going to say happy birthday.
You can wait till tomorrow or Monday.
Okay.
Or next week.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'll wait.
My birthday is on Monday, and we're celebrating.
With a podcast episode?
We're celebrating with the podcast.
Because we got to do it.
And then we're going to hang out afterwards, and we're going to hang out tomorrow, and then I am out of here.
Yeah.
Forever.
Never. This is the last episode.
We really got to stop making that joke because, like, just a lot of people get so confused.
That is the last episode?
Yeah.
It's not.
They're like, is it really, though?
And then when like, if it ever happened, and we're like, it is actually the last, they're not going to believe it.
Well, the last time we stopped doing the episode on season 1, we did mention this is the last episode.
And then it actually was.
And then it was the last episode.
But it wasn't.
Technically.
If you think about it.
4 years later.
And here we are, 30-something episodes in.
Hell yeah.
Haven't missed a single one.
Hell yeah.
I think we're doing all right.
So altogether, that's like 50 episodes?
Yeah, really, if you think about it, we've done...
You know what?
Good job.
Fist bump to 50.
Fist bump to 50?
Fist me again, dude. Fist bump to 50 episodes.
Oh, he just came up with an idea for episode 50. It's going to involve...
Fisting?
Don't ask your parents what that means. Also, why are you listening to our podcast if you're a child?
Yeah, child.
Children.
Child.
Youths.
So, Brennan, what are we here to talk about today?
I forgot.
Today we're going to be talking about the Mandela Effect.
I was kidding. I didn't forget.
And I think the Mandela Effect is really interesting
Mm-hmm.
because there's a theory out there that says if you remember something a certain way and it's not that way,
Mm-hmm.
then you're from another universe.
Oh.
Do you want to find out if you're from another universe?
I do. Do you have like some kind of quiz for me or something?
No, there's no quiz, but we're just gonna go through like some of the stuff.
Some of the stuff.
Some of the stuff on here.
Okay.
But so let's read exactly what the Mandela Effect is. Like let's define it.
Okay.
Okay. So this phenomenon was dubbed the Mandela Effect by paranormal researcher Fiona Broom. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Never heard of her either. Not important. Who reported having vivid and detailed memories of news coverage in South Africa. The South African leader Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. Despite Mandela actually dying in 2013, decades after his release and after serving his time in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Did that make sense? Or did I butcher that?
It made sense to how little I was paying attention.
Okay.
So basically the Mandela Effect.
She has a vivid memory
Mm-hmm.
of Nelson Mandela dying in the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
But Nelson Mandela didn't die until 2013.
It's a big difference. It's a big gap.
So they coined that whole thing of remembering one thing a certain way when in reality it's a different way.
Mm-hmm.
The Mandela Effect.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like you misremembered things.
Sure.
False memories.
Yeah.
Things
But they're
that.
like the whole thing about it is like you have like you will bet money on the fact that Nelson Mandela died in the 80s.
Okay.
And you remember watching, like, I guess there's multiple accounts of people remember watching that he died in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, in 2013, it's like, oh my God, Nelson Mandela passed away.
Maybe he just came back from the dead.
Yeah. Or he faked his death.
He faked it
Like we talked about that one time.
with all the other
A couple
people.
episodes ago with, who faked her death? Elvis?
Yeah.
Elvis faked her death? Hitler faked his death?
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
For both of them. Allegedly.
Well,
Allegedly.
fucking the person who marries people in Vegas, that's the real
Is the real Elvis the whole time?
Uh-huh.
Every time you see an impersonator of Elvis, it's actually Elvis.
It's actually him. It's not an impersonator.
Not at all.
So we're gonna get into some of these Mandela effects, which I have like gone over these like multiple like a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the answer.
Right. But I might not.
So I'm not gonna show you any of these. I'm gonna have you guess
Okay.
to see if you are from a different universe.
Okay. And for those of you listening and not watching, have fun.
Have fun. Let's see if you're gonna if you are from an alternate universe.
We'll try to describe
yourself.
the images as best we can.
Okay. So the first Mandela effect on here, obviously, is Nelson Mandela, which
right. We already went over.
We already went over that, and you don't know whether or not.
I wasn't alive in the 80s.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have any memory of that, anyways.
So
okay.
it's like we were taught in school that he did get out of prison, and you know what I mean. Like he died after we were in school.
Here's a Mandela effect.
You don't remember
I
Nelson
don't remember learning about Nelson Mandela at all.
I don't think that's a Mandela effect. I think that's just we didn't pay attention
just
in
the
school.
fact that I was asleep the entire time. All right. So the first one is peanut butter.
Okay.
Okay. So do you remember peanut butter?
Yeah. No, I know peanut butter.
So do you remember Jiffy or Jiff?
Well, it's Jiff. Jiffy. All I thought of when you said that was popcorn.
From Jiffy?
Jiffy Pop. No?
Nope.
Okay. You know in the beginning of Scream, she's
Mhm.
making popcorn on the stove and it's in the floor.
It's called Jiffy Pop.
Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Jiff. I buy Jiff. Like I'm a supporter. My preference is I'm a choosy mom. I choose Jiff.
Right. Nice. So it's Jiff.
That's the tagline for Jiff, by the way.
So it is Jiff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And people swear that there was a Jiffy peanut butter back in the day, but we speculate that they're combining Jiff with its competitor, Skippy.
Ah, yeah, I could see that. Skippy, yeah, you can skip out on Skippy.
I like them both.
I just recently found out that they have honey roasted peanut butter.
Uh-huh.
The best thing on the planet, I swear.
Skippy?
No, I think it was just like Kroger.
Oh, just in general.
Just in general, but it's honey roasted peanut butter.
Well, you can Krog off on Kroger.
Why?
I don't know. All right, next one. Now, this one I definitely got wrong
Okay.
when I first came across this, but is it Looney Tunes, Tunes,
Mm-hmm.
or Looney Tunes, Toons?
It's the Tunes. Toon Squad.
All right. It makes zero sense, but yes, the cartoon was spelled as Tunes, Tunes.
Yeah. Look at me go.
Good job.
I'm making up for all the stupid shit in the Are You Smarter Than a Grade Schooler?
We only got like 2 of those wrong, dude.
Yeah,
3
but
of those
we
are-
sounded stupid.
collectively.
We sounded dumb when we got them wrong, though.
All right. This one's a huge one that
Okay.
everyone likes to argue
No, but
about.
anyway, before you go to the next one, with
Okay.
the Looney Tunes
Mhm.
thing, I won't ever forget that Toon Squad jersey said Tunes like the regular, like Tunes, right?
Mhm.
But also I've heard this one. I've heard that one before.
So you're a cheater.
I can't help that we're talking about this years after it became popular.
Right. All right. Well, moving on. The next one is Berenstain Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain or Berenstain?
Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain.
Mm-hmm.
And this one you've heard of before too.
Maybe.
Yep, you definitely have.
But also I read my mom read me these books as a kid.
Uh-huh.
Berenstain Bears.
I couldn't read that name when I was a kid, so I don't really know what
There was
to
also
compare
the
it to.
show. Wasn't there a show on like PBS?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't remember the author of the books, but there was a show, and I'll never forget. There was like the big like Apple bus with the worm driving it, or the car. It was like there was a little worm. You know what I'm talking? You don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
But it is Berenstain.
Berenstain Bears.
You're correct. All right. Curious George.
Curious George.
Does
I'm
he
curious about this one.
Does he have a tail or no tail?
I want to say since he's a monkey, he would have a tail.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that I can picture like the Curious George books, and he's using his tail in the books
To do stuff?
Yeah.
Or like hang?
Or like I can see him holding the man in the yellow hat with his tail.
Curious George's tail was never there.
What?
Are you freaking out?
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
Is that what this says? Is this
Yeah,
a BuzzFeed
It
thing?
literally says that. It's not BuzzFeed.
Okay, so, but why wouldn't he have a tail, you think? Like, did they just forget?
Maybe it was too much to animate because it had to be like more
But like
animated.
Curious George started as like picture books.
I don't know, dude.
It's weird. I swear I can see it in my head, like Curious George holding like a banana. But
With his
maybe
tail?
Maybe it's with his hand.
Or maybe it's with something else.
All right, moving on.
His foot? Dude. All right.
I'm just counting down the seconds until you make a nutsack joke in this episode.
All right. Is it Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
It is Sex and the City. They're separate things. They're not talking about having sex in the city. They're talking about sex and the city.
Interesting. Have you watched this show?
Nope. It's all over HBO Max or Max, sorry. All the time.
So you just see it.
I've
all the
seen
time?
I've seen the the logo so many times.
What's your guess? What's your guess?
I know I'm wrong. Sex in the City is what I thought.
Well, while these 4 women were having sex in the city, the show was actually titled Sex and the City.
All right.
Good job,
So what
Brendan.
I'm learning right now is I am from this dimension, and I hate it. I just hate it so much.
All right. Next one is Febreze.
Okay.
Now, is it Febreze, Febreze, or is it Febreze?
Well, I think it'd be the first one, the 2 E's.
Febreze.
Yeah, because that's
Febreze.
the joke, right? Like, that's what they're going for. Like, it's like fabric breeze.
You might use
You
this
never
stuff.
thought about it like that, huh? I know it's not spelled that way, but fabric breeze.
Fabric breeze.
Fragrance breeze.
You might use this stuff every day,
I
but
do.
to be honest, you thought it was Febreze with 2 E's, didn't you? It's
What the fuck?
Febreze with 1 E.
I'm
Febreze.
Let me just do a spit take real fast. I'm just kidding.
In my face. Febreze. Febreze. Febreze.
Fabrizio.
Febreze.
I hate that. I don't like that one at all.
Okay. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar Mayer has a first name. It's
No, it's my baloney has a first name.
my so sorry. My
Start over.
baloney has a first name. It's
OSEAR.
my baloney has a second name.
MAYER.
Wrong.
MEYER?
MEYER.
Oh, it is. Oh, man. I used to have the little hot dog weenie Hot Wheels back in the day. Yeah. That one, I feel like I don't buy
Actually,
bologna ever.
I'm wrong.
Wait,
I told you wrong.
you told me wrong. So
I
you're
read it
fucking
wrong.
me
I
over
literally
here.
read it wrong.
You,
I'm telling you, I'm correcting myself.
I
okay?
can't trust anything
I
you're
could have
saying
gone
right now.
through and made you think that it was MEYER.
Then you're forcing Mandela upon me.
One of the
I
most
don't-
confounding, one of the most confounding of all. There's an A in Mayer. Honest to goodness, we thought it was Meyer.
Oh, Oscar Mayer wieners.
MAYER. So I apologize.
Yeah, you better.
I read it wrong.
Dick.
It's MAYER. All right. Next one.
Don't let me see.
Skechers.
Okay.
Is it spelled SKETCHERS or is it spelled SKECHERS?
I'm gonna say without the T.
And you would be correct.
Hell yeah.
It's less sketchy than most. And there's no T in Skechers.
Yeah, because it's the English language is what's messing us up there.
It's not a sketch.
I don't think it's a Mandela effect. I think it's the English language is stupid.
Right.
We've talked about this on the podcast before.
Right.
But Skechers, like when you hit that ECH, it makes a T sound. Why? I don't know. But it does. And so I think like that's where people might be getting that information from. Is
Right.
Skechers. It's Skechers. Skechers.
Sket.
But the CH sometimes makes a T sound for some reason.
Right. All right, so the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit Loops.
Okay.
Is it fruit
Mm-hmm.
or is it fruit FROOT?
I think it's just normal fruit.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Kellogg's has been spelling fruit like that for years, and we only noticed it now. Wow.
So fruit is spelled with OO.
FROOT.
I feel like when I look at a Fruit Loops box that the O's in loops are the Fruit Loops, but not in the word fruit.
But
So
the fruit in Fruit Loops, the O's, all the O's.
also, this is just good marketing, so they don't have to be like, it's fake fruit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you spell fruit wrong and it just sounds like the word, they can get away with it. And then they put natural flavors on it. It ain't fruit.
Yeah.
It's natural flavorings from
Exactly.
syrups and
We never
chemicals.
said it was healthy.
We never said it was fruit. We said there's an essence of...
We said it's fruit.
Yeah, fruit.
Not fruit.
Fruit.
All right. Next one. I don't know if you'll know anything about this because I definitely don't.
Okay.
King Henry VIII's portrait.
What about it?
Does he have a turkey leg in his hand or not?
I'm going to say that he doesn't.
Uh-huh.
Just on the fact of he's the king.
Right.
And he wouldn't do that. He would be like, I'm eating this right now. You don't need to paint it.
They were professional back in the day.
Sure. That's why their paintings are still around, though, you know?
Yeah. For some reason, people distinctly remember this portrait showing the King of England wielding a turkey leg.
Nah, bish.
To be clear, he was not.
You're thinking about that guy that you just kept running into at the Renaissance Fair that one time and that you were trying to actively avoid.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. The Monopoly Man.
No monocle.
Moving on.
I did think that he had a monocle for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was playing like Monopoly. I think it was on my phone or like on a like computer or something. Like it wasn't the real board game.
Yeah.
It's like digital one. And I was like, he doesn't have a monocle anymore. And I looked it up. He never had a monocle. So
you're messing with me now.
I'm messing with you?
You're messing with me?
I'm not messing with you.
You looked these up before?
Maybe we've done this episode before.
I don't think so.
Maybe we did.
Did we?
You guys did something like this.
I did.
You did.
On my last podcast.
We don't talk about that.
Okay.
This is this podcast, bitch.
Anyways,
Now I'm trying to make you think that we've done this episode
No,
before.
we haven't. No, we haven't.
And I just came up with a great idea.
Tell me later. Next one.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna forget. Anytime it's I'll tell you later, it never happens.
Okay. Pikachu.
Uh-huh.
Does he have black on his tail?
I see. To be clear, I see nothing in my head when I close my eyes. Like it's just black. But like I'm thinking that I've seen both. But I don't. He does not have black on his tail.
I'm gonna cover the answer here
Okay.
so you can see.
We'll put a picture on the video for you guys who are watching.
Is it black or not black?
No, he doesn't, because it's just on his ears.
And you would be correct.
Hell yeah. Again, I'm from this dimension. I've never experienced anything besides this dimension.
All right, riddle me this one, Batman. Does
Okay.
Kit Kat have a hyphen in it or not?
I'm going to say that it does. I'm going to say it does.
If you just had an existential crisis about the fact that there's no hyphen in between Kit and Kat,
There's no hyphen.
then you're not alone.
Let me tell you the last time I ate a Kit Kat. Halloween. We're almost at another Halloween. That was the last time I had a Kit Kat.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Did you know that they had a fruity cereal Kit Kat for a really long time?
What?
And it was the best.
I don't remember that.
And right now they have a churro Kit Kat out.
What?
And that sounds great.
Is this another Mandela Effect?
No, this is for real. And just because it made me think about it.
Mhm.
I get a lot of like weird, like not weird, just out of the ordinary customers at my job.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one day where this guy who came in, business, like laptops, Kit Kat logo on his shirt. And I was like, wait a second. You working with a Kit Kat? You work at the Kit Kat?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yeah. I'm like, where's the fruity cereal ones? Because I want them. And he said, they might come back. They might not. But in a couple months, there's going to be a really good one. I was like, you ain't going to tell me, huh? And he goes, it might be churro. It might not be. And then a couple months go by. Look at that.
There it is.
I had the inside scoop. Didn't mean anything. I wasn't going to go like tweet it out like churro Kit Kats are on their way. But like, I don't know. It was just really funny.
I'm sure there's a pretty big Kit Kat community out there.
Yeah, they probably would have wanted
that
to
would
know.
have appreciated that.
I'm sorry I withheld that information from you guys.
A Kit Kat Reddit feed.
But I'm about to start a campaign to bring back the fruity cereal Kit Kats.
I've never had it.
They were great, and no one bought them. So when they went on clearance at Walmart, I box.
Yeah.
And I took them to work.
This one I have to show you.
Okay.
Okay. The Fruit of the Loom logo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one has the cornucopia and one does not.
Mm-hmm.
The actual logo does not have the cornucopia.
It used to have the cornucopia behind the fruit, right?
No.
Right?
No.
Nope. Does not.
I think a commercial did when it was like live action. Not the logo, but like there was just a commercial or something that put this image into people's brains.
Next one?
I feel I feel like I have seen the cornucopia, but also in elementary school, I vividly remember any time it was Thanksgiving time, it was like, we're making cornucopias.
Yeah.
That was like the big deal. So maybe us millennials, since we had to draw so many cornucopias, maybe that's why we think it.
Maybe.
Also, how many times have you heard the word cornucopia in the last 6 years? Not as many as you've heard in the last 5 minutes.
All right. The next one is Cheez-Its.
Okay. It's Cheez-Its.
Cheez-It or Cheez-Its?
Well, there's multiple.
With a Z.
There's multiple Cheez-Its
in a box.
But I feel like I've never called them anything besides Cheez-Its. Is there a picture? I feel like it doesn't have the Z. And
with no Z?
No Z at the, because it's CHEEZIT. But I feel like if they put the Z at the end, it sounds too much like zits, and they'd be like, that's a little...
Cheez-Its?
Yeah.
We swear there used to be an extra Z. What is happening? No Z.
No Z?
No
so
Z.
the box just says Cheez-It.
Yeah.
And
Cheez-It.
What's in that box? Cheez-It?
Cheez-It, dude.
Cheez-It, dude.
All right. Do you got double stuff Oreos with 2 F's or 1 F?
I think it's 1.
Double stuff?
Double stuff.
Double stuff.
Stuff. 1 F.
Stuff.
Double stuff.
Double stuff or double stuff?
Because it's not stuff. It's the Oreo stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's like a branding thing.
Yeah.
So I want to say it's 1 F. And I feel like I'm ruining your episode.
It is 1 F.
Because I'm from this dimension. Again.
Okay. It's double stuff.
1 F?
1 F.
Now I want Oreos.
So the Mona Lisa smile.
That's a movie.
Some people think that Mona Lisa had a more distinct smile. Was it a bigger smile or a smaller smile? I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm
going to say it's a smaller smile because I feel like the way that the painting was done, it was to make it look like she's smiling from every direction. If you go too far...
Okay.
Am I going too deep?
That's pretty nerdy, dude, right there.
Fuck you.
All right. Next one. C-3PO. Does he have a silver leg?
Nobody gets the red arm in the sequels, right? Or a red leg in the sequels? I've only seen the sequel trilogy one time.
C-3PO has one piece of a silver leg on his right leg.
He does have a silver leg?
He has a silver leg on his right leg.
I really didn't think that was true.
Well, according to this article, it is.
Wow. I'm blown away by this information.
So the next one is
Uh-huh.
is the Flintstones.
The Flintstones.
FLINSTONES. Flintstones. Or FLINTSTONES.
I feel like it's Flintstones. Like the type of stone that it is.
You would be correct.
Nice. I honestly also love the live action Flintstones movie with John Goodman. Not the prequel that they put out. I don't know why they needed to make a prequel, but that live action Flintstones movie is freaking insane.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Steven Spielberg had something to do with it. Wasn't it? Did he direct it or produce it? Do you remember?
Steven Spielberg?
Yeah.
The live action
Yeah.
Flintstones? I'm not 100%.
Good movie though. Solid movie. You got more on the list?
I do. The next one is Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What does he say? What is his famous line?
I love you, Jenny.
Not that one.
um,
Shit happens. Not that one.
not that one. What happens?
What's the most famous line?
Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
So what he actually says
Am I
was,
wrong?
life was like a box of chocolates.
One word difference. This is
Shit
one
happens.
word.
Shit happens.
It happens.
All right. Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
When the queen, when the wicked queen was talking to the mirror, what does she say?
Magic mirror on the wall.
Yup.
Is that what she says?
That's what she says. Magic mirror on the wall. Everyone thinks that she says mirror, mirror on the wall.
I've heard that too. So
Who's the fairest of them all?
I've definitely heard people say mirror, mirror, and I think the reason that I know it's magic mirror is because of Shrek. Because they call him Magic Mirror, right? Like it's not mirror. Like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? Do you get what I'm putting down here?
I understand.
His character is the Magic Mirror, so I feel like that's the joke is like that's his name.
Yeah.
Magic Mirror. It's not that it is a magic mirror, even though it is a magic mirror, but like the joke is his name is Magic Mirror. Keep going with your list, man. I'm so sorry my stories aren't entertaining to you.
So, in Star Wars, when it is revealed that Darth Vader is Luke's father, what does Darth Vader say?
Well, Luke says, "You killed my father," and Vader goes, "No, I am your father." And then Luke goes, "No, that's impossible." Oh, sorry, my nerd is showing.
So everybody thinks that he says, "Luke, I am your father." And
Not.
he just says, "I am your father." Simple. Super simple.
But again, we're nerds when it comes to Star Wars, so
Right.
if we got that wrong.
Gandalf the Grey. So he has a pretty memorable line. I believe this is when he's on the bridge, he says, "You shall not pass." And then he's like hanging off the edge. What does he say?
Fly, you fools.
You would be correct.
Are you quizzing my nerddom right now?
No. But a lot of people think he says, "Run, you fools." But it's "Fly, you fools."
See, and I can explain again why I know that. And a lot of it's because I just read The Lord of the Rings again recently. And then watching the movies again. And then I saw this video where it did break down that line because I think the party thought he said run or flee or something like that. But someone made an argument. It's like, if Gandalf said fly, he was talking about like the big hawks and everything that they fly on at the end of the movies and books and stuff.
Yeah.
But what if Gandalf was straight up just like, take the fucking birds, dude? Like, avoid all this shit. Like,
right?
just hop on those birds.
So moving on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Hannibal Lecter.
Mm-hmm.
Does he say, hello, Clarice?
I've seen that movie one time.
So what does he say?
Fava beans.
Allegedly, Hannibal Lecter never said, hello, Clarice.
Mm-hmm.
He says, good morning.
Just good morning?
Just good morning.
And
he never said Clarice.
Everyone just made up the line.
Hello, Clarice.
And now that line is said all the time, like as a joke. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I haven't seen that movie since Blockbuster was around. So,
wow.
yeah.
Well, stop getting these right.
I'm so sorry. I'll get the next one wrong on purpose.
All right. Oh, okay. So when Queen,
The band? Okay.
in their song "We Are the Champions,"
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the song, what does he say? We are the champions. We are the champions.
The Mighty Ducks made me think that it's of the world.
Of the world. Oh, and your favorite song, The Mandela Effect, is here to ruin that too. We all think of Freddie Mercury belting out "of the world" at the end of "We Are the Champions," but it never happened.
I think he only did it at one of their concerts.
He says, "We are the champions."
Mm-hmm. I want to say, though, like, the reason that people think that he said it is because he did it at, like, the AIDS concert. I can't remember what the name of the concert was, but I think he did it at that show, and that's why people just do it from then on. But I could be horribly mistaken. If I am, I'm gonna do research, and if I'm wrong, I'm cutting this all out.
Okay. The next one, Mr. Rogers' theme song.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Okay. Next one.
What? Was that right? What do people think?
People think that it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood. You guys are wrong if you think that. It's never been that. And if I got it wrong right now, my mom would kill me. Not really. She would just be very disappointed.
How many states in the United States are there?
50.
Congratulations.
That's an easy one.
Apparently,
was that just a random trivia thrown in there?
No, apparently people think that there's 51 or 52 states.
They're counting like districts or Costa Rica.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico?
Uh-huh.
Costa
Dominican
Vida?
Republic.
Republic of Dominica?
Yep.
Yeah, stop
But
thinking
not
those aren't
Costa
states.
Rica. All right.
I want to go to Costa Rica.
Do you remember a movie back in the day called Shazam?
Shazam? The one with Shaq?
Moving on.
You got to explain these still. We're not the only ones in on this conversation at this point. There's at least 14 people who are going to listen to this episode.
Okay, so the movie Shazam with Shaq,
With
when
Shaq.
he plays a genie,
Uh-huh.
multiple people think...
Isn't this the Kazam one?
Yeah, so they're confusing it with the movie Kazam
With Shaq,
with Shaq.
who plays a genie. And then
So everyone thinks that there's a movie called Shazam starring Sinbad.
Right. This, I feel like, really took off in 2020 when everyone was stuck inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Sinbad also made a video saying, like, I wasn't in this movie. Like,
So, you know what's weird, though, is, like, I remember, like, to this day still, even after knowing the correct answer,
uh-huh.
I still remember a movie with Sinbad where he was a genie.
But are you thinking of the movie Sinbad of the Seas or something, of the Seven Seas? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Could be that.
I don't think so.
But also, Kazam, there's skateboarding in that movie, and then the kid wishes for McDonald's, and it just rains Big Macs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that movie holds up. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, but I guarantee it probably doesn't hold up.
I remember that being one of my favorites. Next one, Smokey Bear.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Is his name Smokey Bear or Smokey the Bear?
I want to say that it's Smokey the Bear.
And thank fucking God you are wrong,
I'm
because
wrong?
it is Smokey Bear.
Smokey Bear.
Smokey Bear.
And people...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
No, it's only you can prevent the wildfires.
And I don't know if you know anything about this one, but Neil Armstrong's death?
What are you talking about? He's still alive, dude. He's on the moon.
Oddly enough, people had no recollection of the astronaut's death. Many fans apparently forgot or didn't notice the news of his passing in August of 2012.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought he was still moonwalking around.
That's Buzz Aldrin is still alive, I believe.
Well, it's because he's buzzed out of his mind. Constantly.
All these ones are more deaths. Do you know who Billy Graham is?
Nope.
Billy Graham's death. Apparently,
No one remembered?
Apparently, he didn't die till 2018.
But everyone thought he died earlier.
Yep, Mother Teresa's canonization. So everyone thinks that she entered sainthood in the 1990s,
Mm-hmm.
but apparently that event happened in 2016.
Oh. No idea.
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa.
Space Shuttle Challenger explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Though the tragic accident took place in January 28th, 1986, a number of people who thought it happened in 1984 or 1985.
They just got their years mixed up. It was
Yeah.
the 80s. There was a lot of going on, you know.
Yeah, so a lot
Have
of...
you heard the theory about I think it was the Challenger explosion, that all the people are still alive and they faked the deaths of the astronauts on board?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard that theory?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of wild. Have you seen the pictures where it's like the astronauts and then
Yeah.
like some random person with the same name that looks exactly the same?
Exactly the same. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I want to believe that. But also, why would they do that shit?
I don't know. I mean, apparently a lot of people are faking their deaths.
Yeah. We were
In
talking a lot about
history.
fake deaths lately.
But I did see that with the different pictures and stuff, and it is.
It's kind of eerie,
Yeah.
like how similar, and like they got the same names even,
Mm-hmm.
and they look like what you would think those people would look like older.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
So that concludes our list of Mandela effects.
Okay.
Turns out you are from this universe.
Unfortunately.
Congratulations.
No, I don't think it's something to celebrate. Because that just means I've been dealing with the bullshit. Wait,
Bullshit.
no, I didn't get the Smokey Bear
And the Kit Kat one.
and the Kit Kat, so I missed that universe.
You realize there was like 30 fucking Mandela effects, and you got them all right, except for 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, so that's where the like discussion really starts then, right? It's like, did you know all of those?
No.
Did you know
Before? No.
But how many do you think you knew going in before you learned about them all? Like, do you think you were pretty on par with getting them correct, or do you think you got them mostly wrong?
No.
So why did you get them wrong? Why did you misremember these things and I didn't?
I don't know.
Like that? No, these are just questions. I'm just putting them out there into the internet.
I really don't know. I think maybe I'm just a fucking idiot.
All right. Well, on this, No, I just think it's really interesting to think about, like, that some people are dead set, like, these are the way things are, and then there's proof that it was never that way, you know?
Right.
And that's just kind of shocking. And it does make you question and think about.
There's a lot of things, though, that, like, it seems like grammatically things should be a certain way, like, especially with
like the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, or like with products.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it's got to be this.
But also,
It's got to be hyphenated, or it's got to be, like, another one is Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Like, it's is it CHIC or CHICK?
C, and then dash.
Everyone thinks that it's CHICK because why? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you put the K
You just
there?
have a
That's
bunch
how
of
you spell
letters.
chick.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but also when it comes to products and like titles and stuff like that, or signatures even for like Berenstain, the way that they design them or drew them or anything like that is gonna have an effect. Like, did you think as a kid that the Disney D was a G backwards when you saw it on the VHS tapes? Just because it's designed that way, like it's got the little swoop, it looks like a G.
I don't think I ever thought that.
Okay. But think about it now. It doesn't look like a D unless you know how to read properly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm getting at. It's like the artistic like process and like the vision that they have for these logos or for whatever it may be. Can have a lot to do with all the grammatical errors or like the changing of letters or the hyphen, no hyphen. It's like
Right.
a lot of those were just,
Business decisions.
yeah, probably. But also like how'd that A look? Did it look more like a cursive E or an A? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if you drop the swoop of the cursive A a little bit, it's going to look like an E. But I'm just trying to defend the theories and everything, but like also it would be pretty sick to be from a different dimension and just kind of stepping into a different one anytime you get something wrong.
Right.
No, wrong.
Like, no, yeah. No, right. Right.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Let's start over.
Welcome to BJ in the morning. Welcome to JB in the morning.
JB in the morning. That's
Yeah.
what we're going to title this one.
Welcome to JB in the morning. I'm Brendan.
I'm Juan.
And we'll talk to you next time. Just kidding. Well, I think that concludes our episode. If you're out there listening, if you made it this far, don't forget to follow us on
Instagram,
TikTok, Twitch,
at
BJ in the morning _ Also, don't forget to follow or subscribe to our YouTube.
If you're already watching the video, it's just a button below here.
Right here.
Well, this is the logo that says to do it, but like
Right,
underneath the
No,
video,
but I'm pointing down to
into the bio.
where it should be,
Yeah.
or is it over here?
I'm
not sure. One of these two.
There's a big red box.
Subscribe box. Hit subscribe at BG in the Morning Podcast. And don't forget to hit that bell.
Oh, yeah, get notifications and everything.
Get some notifications.
Even though we upload episodes every Wednesday morning, it'd be cool when we drop other videos.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Anything else we're going to talk about today?
I don't think so.
Me neither. Thank you again for listening to BJ in the Morning. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Juan.
And we will talk to you next
time.
Let's do it one more time. All right. And we will talk to you
next time.
That was good. Good
Fist
job.
me again, dude.